Hey guys, Jennifer Stone,
Rosie.
and we're here with Oops Baby. Welcome to our 5th episode, and today it's just going to be me and Rosie.
The dynamic duo.
And today, why don't you...
We are talking about relationships.
Or relationships.
There's a lot of those out there.
It's really hard to tell the difference a lot of times too. So this is a really good topic. I'm glad that you guys are in the holiday spirits of relationships. We're getting all these deep questions.
We were right. Last episode about, the holidays bring out the good and the bad in everybody because y'all have so many questions and things you want us to talk about regarding relationships. Which is funny because I haven't been in one in quite some time.
I'm glad you respect our opinion.
A real one. I've been in a lot of situationships, but
happens.
That's even different than a relationship.
Yeah,
so
no.
We'll talk about that in some other time. But, But before we get into that, how was your weekend?
My weekend was really good and pretty chill, actually. So I have a big movie coming up in February where
so excited.
I'll be going out to Ohio to film.
Ohio!
Yeah, the big city of Ohio. I'll be there for 10 days shooting in the cold. So I'm not super excited about that part, but so I'm just kind of going over the script.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold as. Yeah.
What if you get snowed in or something?
Well, I guess I'll be longer than 10 days. Come get me.
I hate the cold. I was about to be like, do you need an assistant? And no.
I wish I could have
it.
I wish I could have an assistant for sure. But yeah, so 10 days. So I've just been kind of going over the script. I have this thing on my computer where I can speech text. So I listen to it as I'm also going over it so I can picture things and kind of get into it. Because we're going to be starting our Zoom rehearsals, right after the holiday.
That's cool.
So just trying to get into my character. I'm starting to build my wardrobe for it and everything. So that is what I've been doing. What did you do this weekend?
Oh, man. So it's that time of year. And so my oldest has been battling some sort of funk. Oh, so we're going back and forth with that. He's okay, he's not. He's okay, he's not. Had our first game of the season, basketball season.
Oh, I saw that. Good.
His team did not get the W. But they're a little rusty. We got half the team are newbies. So another year of a lot of learning to do. But he got in there and did some good work. Got a little elbow to the tum-tum and took it like a champ.
Oh, good.
But,
he's so good. He's so good. Definitely
that.
the MVP.
And then we braved ice at the Gaylord on Sunday. And holy crap. At first I was mad because we had tickets for the 9:45 in the morning show. I told you this. And I was like, gets up that early to go do this stuff. Well, we get there. It's packed already. Packed. Yeah. And I was just like, Christ almighty. So we get there. The baby, got the 2 bigger kids, my parents, and it was fun, and you just cruise through it. I think it's obviously for older people, the seeing it and being amazed by it type situation. Wow, all that work, and they do so well. And then it's the ice slides for the kids. And the baby loved it up until the ice slide, and after that, he was like, "Get me out of this place!
Yeah.
It's cold. There's too many people.
You have to be in that huge jacket." We went a few years back, me and my sister, and everything, and it was really cool, and just seeing it, wow. But you do have to be in this poofy jacket that a ton of other people have already worn,
and it's like herding cattle, because you're essentially just walking through and taking pictures. Yeah. So then you're just waiting for the people in front of you to take pictures. Or you're trying to move around. Thankfully they have a bar in it now, so people got confused. Well, I didn't drink. I have my kids, but people got confused, and instead of going to the right to keep it moving, everyone was like, "Oh, what's this over here?" So we kind of got out of that pack of people, made it to the slides before that whole group that we walked in behind. got there to get in line, so like got down the slides fast. But once you get done with the slides, you're like, let's go, let's wrap this up.
That place is freaking huge.
It's so big,
so huge. It's like literally like
the hot chocolate was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards, they got hot chocolate.
They have Build-A-Bear. They have a ton of games.
Tubing down the slides again, but everything is
so expensive.
We didn't do much other than just walk around and be like, ooh, eat, drink our hot chocolate and. Got out of there. We got out of there pretty quickly because when we pulled in, I got lucky and got like a spot on like the first ramp up the parking lot.
Where that 9:45 came.
My poor, well, no, it was still packed. I was like, whoa, here's a spot. Thankfully, because it took maybe 7 minutes to get out of the parking garage. We were already from the Gaylord to the Galleria, which is a pretty decent drive. Like 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes. I get a call from my stepmom, and she's like, I just want to make sure you guys out of the parking garage yet. And I was like, yeah, like we're past the Galleria already. And she goes, we've just made it down one level.
Oh, no.
So they were still stuck in that parking garage.
Oh, my gosh. So that's the worst. I would have been like, well, I'm going back to the bar.
So as much as those pictures are worth it in the end, like...
Yeah.
I would have been so mad if I was stuck in that parking garage.
You're like, well, we're making a day of it. Go right around.
I can only imagine what my dad was saying in that drive.
Oh, I bet. I would have been the same way. I would have been like, I'm never coming back here again.
Oh, yeah. So that was kind of it. Very family-oriented weekend for us.
That's fun. Well, good. We both had a pretty chill weekend.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So back at it, guys. Relationships. Which one are you in? Because
it's hard to tell, right? Like it's hard to tell. I think people, it's hard for them to be like, where am I at? Am I working on things? Am I not working on things? Yeah. And I think like for me, like my biggest thing is probably communication. Mm-hmm. Like,
I think I would say that's probably the number one thing in relationships that we kind of touched on this before. But when you don't have communication, your relationship is going to turn into a relationship really fast.
Yeah, because of assumptions. Like people make assumptions instead of talking about something. They'll just let things fester and make assumptions on things, probably because they're dragging their past relationship experiences,
which I think is number two. But to stay with the communication part, I think too, when you're arguing, people tend to argue to be right. Yeah. Instead of they tend like going into an argument to listen, to hear the other side of the story. You always just want to be right. Yeah. You want to be like, nope.
Just shut down, not listen. I'm going to keep it and just be stubborn with it because I want to be right in my emotion.
And I think in a relationship, it's very important to hear that side. Try to understand it. Whether they're right, whether you're right. Yeah. Whether y'all are both wrong. Like, who knows? But I think that's what leads to a lot of like resentment and stuff in relationships, because you tend to fight and you're just like, whatever, you're wrong. Yeah. Like, you don't take what that person is saying to heart. You're not learning from what this person is like trying to like talk to you about, what's bothering them. You just kind of like brush it under the rug and just be like, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah. Because you want to be right.
And usually it's not even like a right or wrong situation. It's about a feeling or emotion. Exactly. Yeah, it's not really it's right that you feel this way, or I just spit on you.
It's fine.
It's not even like about being right or wrong. It's just about like hearing one another on what your emotions are about something.
I think that's a huge thing in relationships to relationships is learning how to fight. Respectfully. Yeah. Like, again, if this is someone you want to stay with, like, learn to not trigger them. Right. And, like, set them off or deliberately say stuff that you know is going to escalate the situation. And, learn how to fight. Yeah. With your lover.
Right. Yeah. It's hard. That's hard, like learning how to fight with somebody.
But you gotta just know no relationship's ever gonna be perfect. Yeah. You're gonna have to expect fights. So you need to grow up and learn how to even, respectfully say things that are kind of mean. Yeah. When they need some tough love or whatever. Yeah. But, so relationship communication will definitely turn a good one into a bad one real quick if you ain't doing it right. But you said the second biggest one would definitely be dragging your past into the present.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people have such a hard time with that these days. Like, jealousy to me is at an all-time high.
Oh my God.
Just because I feel like social media and things like that. And, you know, there's an outlet for people to really like put themselves out there now. Yeah. Whether it's for something like this or fuck, you're feeling yourself that day. Yeah. You want to post a pretty picture of yourself. If you're in a relationship where someone's insecure or, you know, I don't know, maybe they got cheated on in the past and there's like, it's hard to trust or whatever. Like, they're always going to pick fights and pick fights. And
putting meanings behind things that don't actually have meanings.
Yes.
Yeah, is a big thing, especially now, like you said, because of social media. Like, everything doesn't mean anything. And social media, as everybody always says, you know, is fake. You know, like half of it's fake. You're only seeing the positive, the highlights, or this.
What we want you to see.
Yeah, you see what people
want you to see my underboob.
Yeah,
but does that mean I walk around with underboob every day? No.
No, like this is it is what it is. And you know, when you bring the past trauma into things and makes stories into things that really are nothing, that definitely is a big thing that's going to turn your relationship to a relationship
real fast.
Real quick.
And people just really take a step back and do some self-reflecting here when you find yourself in this situation. Yeah. First of all, my biggest thing, and this is something I had to do myself this year, I dated a really great guy at the beginning of this year, but I knew mentally I was not in the right space to continue down the path with him because it wouldn't have been fair to him. It wouldn't have been fair to our relationship because I was bringing a lot of my past shit into him. I would talk to her almost nightly about it. Like, why do I feel this way? Like, why? Like, he's checking all the boxes. He's doing all the right things, but something wasn't right in here, and it wasn't him. It was me. And my biggest thing is heal, motherfuckers. Heal your heart.
Yeah,
and your mind before you even try to bring anyone new into your life because it's not fair.
Yeah. And don't take it personally. Like, you know, you can't take that personally. When somebody's like, I need to grow, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. Like, it doesn't mean try harder to fix that person.
To really,
you know, like,
their life.
You know, I'm going to do this and this, and it's not that other person, it's yourself that you're having to do. So you can't always, you can't have help fixing yourself.
No.
You know, like you can, like therapy and stuff like that. Yeah. But of course, you yourself have to take these steps to fix yourself before you can merge somebody else into it. Yeah. Because if not, you're going to continue just repeating the cycle over and over and over. I mean, we all have experience with that. So
yes, big time. We're trying to get past that shit.
Yeah.
But heal yourselves, people.
Yes.
Quit bringing your past into your present.
Because you can't make the future, still live in the past.
And I liked what you said. Don't take it personal, especially if that person is verbalizing to you, I need to fix myself.
Yeah.
Respect that. Respect their boundary. Respect that they're trying to better themselves to be a better person for you in the long run.
Right.
Because that's essentially what they're kind of saying. But
instead of making the assumptions, they're trying to do the communication. You're not listening. Not listening.
Again. Communication. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
and then I say another one would be people drag out relationships too long.
Right.
Like when you've gone to relationship, that's one thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think you need a lot of experiences together and a lot of tough conversations together to really test that level of loyalty and respect with the person that you're trying to be with. But there's also like a limit. You have to set a limit. You have to set a boundary within your heart, man, because that shit is devastating.
Yeah.
When you don't know when enough is enough.
Right. And that's a very difficult question, and that's going to be different for every relationship to relationship.
Timelines are going to be different.
Timelines, and just saying like, when is it enough? Like, when have I decided this is not a growth anymore? This is a pattern, and it's not. It's going to continue this way. you know, and like,
I think people get caught up too in imagining there's certain someone as this
right,
person,
right,
as
potential
this potential life that you could have, but they're repeatedly showing you like really who they are. Like, like if you're years into it and their behavior has never changed, their lying has never stopped, their, you know, whatever the case may be, if they're cheating, if you keep catching them doing stuff, you know, like.
Or it's the same, you know, same issue over and over and over, you know, and you've gone in depth talking to them, you've tried the communication, but it's still there, you know, rearing its ugly head on this, then, you know, your relationship may have turned into a relationship. And that's really because, what do they say? The person can stop showing you their fake self and show you their real self after 6 months. And that's when you've already have your connection. You've already bonded. You're already doing this. So you're still holding on to that 6 month period, trying to.
God, it was so good.
It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. You know, like, if we could just get back to this. If we could just get back to this. But if you're, it happens.
I think there is a room for forgiveness and second chances, maybe third chances. But again, just do some self-reflecting and do some thinking of your own, like what you want out of your life. What do you want for your future, and really see like what are you waiting around still for? Are you crying at night over the same stuff still, or do you really think that one more year this person could really give you what they want, or what you want, or
how many steps forward are you taking, and how many steps back are you taking? So are you really growing, or are you just walking in circles? Like that's,
or you're just going to be waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to treat you correctly, and you're just disrespecting yourself at that point.
Well, and the more you say this is the last time, like they're respecting you less and less each time, because they know
they can get away with it.
Why? You're just gonna forgive them, and you're just gonna come back and do the same thing. It's already happened.
They don't have to learn to be a better person, and you're always gonna be there. Like, don't be that person for them anymore. It's like, shoot, go away.
And maybe this can highlight, you know, other people. You know, not just, you know, maybe they're like, I have been doing that.
There's just friendships that, I mean, shit. How many people have we cut out of our lives just in the past couple of years?
Boundaries.
Because we finally set some motherfucking boundaries for some people that like just didn't know how to act. Like, never had any personal growth. Like, a couple of the people we've cut out recently, I would say recently, a couple years, whatever. Like, my energy would literally feel drained from this person. And you just felt icky. And like, I just felt just like, ugh.
If somebody's draining your energy, and it takes so much to like tiptoe and walk on eggshells and be around this person, it's not that even that they're a bad person in general, but maybe it's just not the right vibe for you. You know,
I don't think everybody's meant to go to the next chapter. Sometimes.
Not some people are you know, stepping stones in your life, and you grow them until you can't grow with them anymore. You know,
you gotta shed that weight, baby.
And then just keep moving forward instead of taking all those steps backwards. So
I mean, you can do the song and dance for however long, but just really, like, there's so many books you can read now. There's so many, like, I mean, even just social media, like, I find so many just helpful memes sometimes where it's just like thought-provoking, encouraging words that you just needed to hear that day, and you're just like, shit.
This year I've done a lot of self-help books, and which is funny because if myself a few years ago would know that I'm listening to self-help and doing reflection and doing all of these things, I would slap myself, because I always thought that was just so ridiculous.
It's common sense.
Like it's so ridiculous. But the thing is, like, we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different traumas. We all have different things and coping mechanisms and everything that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis that we don't even realize. Like, you know, we're blocking this, and we go in our blinders, and we don't see the things that are going to help us grow and help us get out of these situations. And, you know, reading these books, listening to this things, you know, walking you through different things that, you know, why you act this way, why you react this way. It's been eye-opening. Yeah.
I think that's something everyone should do, especially when you're getting our age and you're still having parts of your life where you're just like, why does this keep happening? It's probably because it's not everything that's going on around you. It's a little bit internal. So like, pick up a book. What's this book that you guys have been reading?
So this is one of the ones. This is Reflections of a Man. This is a really good one. When I started going through this is something that I thought, and you'd looked into it already, and I knew like this is something that would be really good for you. I don't resonate with everything in this book, but it's really good knowledge. And I think it's amazing that a man wrote this. And it's just like really inside, like how, like whenever you're in a relationship or in anything, kind of like how you're breaking things down or how you're reacting or how somebody can tell you and like how you're processing it on the inside, maybe because of this or maybe because of this. It's not always what that other person is doing. It's how you're taking things in, and just different things. And then listening. It talks a lot about like when somebody tells you something, listen. They mean what they say most of the time.
Can be so easy.
They really do mean what they say. I wish I could remember the other things that I actually listen to. So when I'm driving, I'll just put it on and I listen to it. But it's been a big help.
You know what we skimmed right over though when we were talking about bringing past into the present. I had written down a viewer question that kind of went with that because I know you had a past issue with this before. But one of the viewer question was, how does being a public figure affect your personal relationships? So I know you have plenty to say on this, so answer away.
I really do. It actually is a big problem because the people that are in my life, they reflect things that other people say to me, which is very public, onto me. So if somebody says something about they like something or, I post something that's kind of like sexy or whatever, I do modeling things. And if somebody has something to say about it, well, then it's me wanting attention. It's me doing that on purpose. It's me needing something.
She's an actress, y'all.
It's me, they're being, my partner's being disrespected and I'm the one that's causing that to happen because, I'm putting myself out there and, acting single. So it's been a huge issue. It is definitely why some of my past relationships fell because they cannot separate what is real life and what is,
which is crazy
public
to me.
And social.
From seeing what you post, and I'm sure you guys see it too, I feel like any of the times you've had a boyfriend, and even with your current boyfriend now, everybody knows you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You always talk about your boyfriend. Even in some of these viewer questions you're getting, you'll even be like, my boyfriend, blah, 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 or blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So it's very stated, and I've never seen you omit anybody in your life when somebody was in your life in any of your posts. So
yeah,
I think it's these men like bringing their past shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever it may have been.
Definitely. Like, I know that it's not an easy task to, date somebody that is like a public figure or that a lot of people want to be around
But again,
talk to.
I feel like most men too know what you do before you date
right,
them.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
very obvious what I do when you meet
what
me.
you get yourself into, guys. Before you date someone too.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's a great question, and it's difficult. It is very difficult, and I'm not even like this big person, So like I can't even imagine like what like people that are like A actresses and these big people like
being in the tabloids.
Yeah, being in the tabloids and doing this and all these they really have to have these really strong partners, and maybe that is why there's a ton of relationship in Hollywood and in music and all of that just don't last.
I've noticed like a lot of them end at like 7 years.
Right. This
the 7 year itch.
7 year itch.
Mine lasted 7 years.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah.
It's a thing, man.
I can't seem to make it through like a year.
I think the relationship meter starts to creep up about 5 years ish.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. Yeah. So you really gotta like keep that balance.
Yeah.
And then by year 7, everyone's just like, fuck this.
Oh yeah.
If it's a relationship, they're like, get
gone.
But yeah, so I don't know. Relationships. It can be a fine line.
Yeah.
You could have a really good one and stay totally away from the relationships. And good for you guys.
Yeah.
That means you got a good, healthy relationship, or you really know like yourself and hopefully your partner, and you guys work through it. And brava to you guys.
Yes, very happy for you.
This day and age, kind of like our girl Sonia last week, like 21 fucking years.
So amazing.
With somebody.
Right. And what did she say? Her partner has her back all the time, supports her. Go put that outfit in. No jealousy. He knows what he's got at home. She knows what she has at home.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's what you should have. Yeah, that's a relationship. Not a relationship.
I want the ones that float on the water.
Not
sink. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to do like a poo reference.
Oh.
But I was like, I don't want to talk about poop in the ocean.
Does it sink? It floats.
Poop?
It floats.
But then why wouldn't there just be a whole bunch of shit on top of the ocean?
Fish eat it.
Oh.
And there's some more information for you.
Someone Google that. Alexa, does shit float on the water? Does poo-poo float on water?
You didn't.
She knows. She's like, you nasty bitch. Ask another question.
Maybe Siri knows. Alexa, you dumb.
Let's see. Does poo-poo float on water? Even though healthy poop sinks. Healthy poop sinks!
Ain't nobody healthy around here.
Occasionally your poop will float like a life preserver. But don't try to use that as a life-saving device.
Don't send pictures. I don't want to know. None of us want to know if your poop floats or sinks. So, moving on.
Please don't send that on NGL. Okay, they can't send pictures. Thank
God. Oh my God, nobody wants that.
Okay, well, the more you know.
Well, relationships.
Relationships are not healthy, so they sink. Oh, wait. No, wait. Healthy poop sinks, she said. Whatever. We're derailing.
The more you know. And didn't even want to.
Mimosa's hitting.
It's the whole bottle in our cups.
Woo, I thought these were strong.
Oh, which brings us.
So, we're going to get off the heavy shit right now, other than these mimosas.
Yeah.
And we are going to help you guys out with some more Christmas gifts. And we hope you like this one. I think it's for all ages.
Yeah.
So, tell us if you like it.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. Tears here to save me from tears.
Shush, Harley!
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next
Harley hates
day,
it.
you gave it away.
See, it's very realistic. She thinks we're shy. So, oh no.
Let's see.
Just throw myself. Harley, no! You know we're not sharks, Harley. Jesus.
You know it's us.
You see me? Oh my God, get my little. Use my straw.
So, guys. We look like idiots. I love it.
Sexy shark.
Ooh, yeah. You ever seen a sexy shark before?
Sexy booby shark.
Booby shark, do 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 do. Booby shark, do 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 do. Booby shark, do 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 do. Booby shark. So, anyways, guys, we tried finding the name of the company for this, but it didn't say anything about it. So just go to Amazon and type in shark blanket, and you can get it in small, all the way up to 3XL. And it was like
Fun for all ages.
super affordable, super nice.
So and very warm.
And you can't see, but it has flippers. Your feet are in the flippers, guys. So, like,
You can kind of like walk around like this.
definitely my favorite shark blanket I've ever seen because
Yes.
it's so realistic.
And it's very warm.
It's so warm. So, this is our Gidgets and Gazmos aplenty today. So
get
worth
it.
the buy, even if you just get it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Who doesn't want to be a shark
You
supply?
don't have to get it for children. Obviously.
I really didn't. I got it for us.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Children at heart.
We'll take the hoodies off, but we'll stay in it.
Gosh.
It's nice.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
If
There
we're
we go.
hot, we can shimmy out of it though too. But now they are our pants.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. I took my pants off, so I'm gonna keep it on.
Me too. That's what we have for you today.
The mimosas is not all the way gone.
We got lots of more to drinks. So we have a few more things from our viewers today. You guys just want to hear stories
I know.
about our lives. So
I didn't realize we were like so interesting for storytelling.
just from our little stories that we post and like few little posts on Instagram, you guys love us. We love you too.
Yes, very much.
But we can be pretty entertaining at times, and so we took the viewer question that we both get asked all the time, and what's the most drunk we've ever been? Which I feel like we haven't really been posting us drinking lately, which I think is funny that still so many people like want to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Jen?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so well, obviously we don't remember once we get to that point, but there is one story that I do remember. And so if you really want to know like one of our messiest
I think they want to see our boobs though.
so.
Yeah.
one of our
Shark boobs.
messiest drunk adventures. We we went out with a group of people we don't usually go out with, and they were like shots. While we were just, sometimes me and Rosanna are just like our own vibe, and when we're around when we're around other people we don't vibe with or whatever, it just kind of gets crazy. Well, we ended up crying in each other's arms on the outside of a bar, just holding each other lovingly,
like, literally
like
sobbing.
And we're not even criers. We're not even criers. And then we were like, get it together.
Yeah,
get it
we
together.
did.
We're gonna have a good night. So we go over to our.
We literally like
Said, shut it off.
Party mood.
Yeah. Fuck these bitches. Let's go. Who are we? Yeah. Get it together.
We took some more shots, I think, is what we ended up doing, and found like a fun friend of ours, not the bummer ones that we were with before, and like ended up having such a great time up until the point where we can't remember anymore.
Yeah, so we totally took over the whole
drove
corner.
on the sidewalk. In that, remember, I think it was a Maserati or something. The guy drove us down the sidewalk to get us to a bar. He was like, "We're not waiting in traffic," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is."
Oh yeah, because we were like, "We're ready to go," and they were
someone.
like, "Hey, well, we're going," and so we said,
We're like,
"Okay." So we jump in this like group car, but don't try this at home.
It was crazy.
Jumped in this group car, and we're like, that's by where we're wanting to go anyway. We get out and then run away 3 feet away.
Yeah.
3 feet. 3 feet. We're like, we're talking to each other, and then we're like, I can't believe we just did that. Blah, blah. He can still see us.
Yeah. He's like, what are you guys doing?
So are you guys not coming this way? And we're like, oh no, we didn't run far enough. So we're like, there's the place that the bar that we already go to with our buddy over there. So we're like, oh no.
Shout out to Brandon.
Go Breezy. So we go to that. bar.
If you want to know stories about us, just go throw a hundo at Breezy, and I'm sure he'll tell you something fun.
He was pushing us off the bar because we wanted to obviously dance the bar. We think we're Coyote Ugly at some point, and we're like, yeah. If we're dancing, we drunk.
Yeah, we don't dance.
Yeah, but so if I'm dancing, we're definitely hit that point. So he kept trying to get you bitches off the bar, get off of us, and we're
actually he's usually pretty nice.
No, he's super.
But we do hit a level with him where he's like, shut it down.
Yeah, you guys need to bring it down a notch. So yeah, that was probably
nobody can wrangle us like Marcus used to.
Oh, R.I.P. Marcus.
We love our buddy.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers to Marcus, man. But that guy has some stories.
Wrangling us like goose.
He legit was like the drunk whisperer.
Oh, he was.
That's what I would say. Like,
yeah.
He's the only person that really like knew how to.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Okay, girls, let's go."
Doesn't matter how drunk everybody was. He'd always just be like,
"Okay, go ahead, tell us too."
We feel safe.
Yeah. Okay, we're safe.
It was
now.
that big old booty.
That booty just made you feel safe.
Just gave off lots of warmth and safety.
We'll follow that booty anywhere.
I miss that guy so much. So yeah, I would say that was probably the messiest drunk we've ever been.
Yeah.
But like drunk, like level wise, probably if we were ever to do like a breathalyzer, would definitely probably be any one of our Vegas trips.
Oh, for sure.
Anytime, because we usually get in on a Friday, leave on a Monday, and like when we land in Vegas, we're already drunk. Like we start drinking at the airport when we're waiting for our flight.
I don't know how we survive.
At least 3 or 4 mimosas on the way to Vegas. Yeah. If we're not doing just straight vodka already by then.
Food is a hope it happens.
Yeah. But man, oh man.
Eat the fruit in my drink.
Yes. I think that's most of our food.
Yeah.
Like we'll have like
had a fruit salad.
We have a dinner usually like the first night, but like the drinks are just flowing nonstop anytime we're in Vegas. Pool parties.
Which reminds me. So when you get to the pool, you drink and you drink and you drink, and then you're like, you have to go get ready for the night. So we get out of the pool. We get out of the pool, and I'm walking just a tiny bit behind Rosanna.
I pee on things.
Okay. And I just noticed a little bit more water coming from her than it was like a couple seconds ago, and she goes, I forgot I wasn't in the pool. And I was like, squish your boobs, squish your boobs. It just looks like you're squeezing your bathing suit water.
No matter what bathing suit a girl has on, you can squish your boobs.
Oh, and water.
And water will just come out.
Yeah.
So.
And she's like,
I was just walking towards the hotel, and like
we were still outside,
brain
thankfully.
Just, I don't know. I think I still thought we were in the lazy river.
Yeah.
And I started peeing.
I'm pretty sure we had to get a snack after that.
Most drunkest we've ever been to, hands down, Zaza.
Oh my God.
How could we forget Zaza? The peeing thing.
Yeah.
Allegedly peed there.
There was pee.
I didn't.
Okay, no. I had to wrap my shirt up in a bag.
My bodysuit was dry.
It was pulled to the side.
Why would drunk me think to pull it to the side?
Thankfully.
But I would piss on the floor.
I don't know your levels.
I'm going to still go with allegedly.
Well, somebody did pee.
Somebody.
There was piss on my shirt.
Peed on the floor.
Yeah, it was for sure pee. So it was you,
but
or the ghost.
We got back. I'm gonna go with the ghost. We got back from clubbing. Yada yada yada. Our friend Angel, who's also a good wrangler of us. Hoarder. She hoards us. She hoards us a little bit. But so you guys duped us. Like and Jill and I were going up in one elevator. Jen and Jana were supposed to be going up in the other one, but I think y'all ended up going down and they went to a strip club.
Yeah, we said.
So at this point, mind you, and Jill puked on herself as we were getting out of the Uber. So she caught it on her shirt. She was like, it's fine. We're at the hotel. It's fine. So we're going in. We get up to our floor, come out. I don't know if you've ever been to the Zaza, but there's like a little cut out to where I think it's like a coffee bar or whatever it is right there. Immediately, I guess the elevator ride got me good because I was like, hold on. Leaned in and just and I was like, feel better. And then I immediately just get onto the floor and start crawling. Just crawling to our room. And we got to go like down the hall, turn the corner, yada yada, all this stuff.
And
like,
this is where security pops
and then
up.
security ends up popping up in the hallway, tapping on it. And he's like, are you guys supposed to be here? And she's like, yeah, we're going to
We
our room
belong
right now.
here.
And apparently I have the key, and I'm just like, we belong here. And I'm just like doing this to every door as I'm passing, and Angela's like, we'll be fine. We're going to make it. So that was another top 3 messy drunk moments.
Yeah, because I barely.
And our friend got us the room that night.
Yeah.
And we totally were just like, yeah. We'll meet you and tell you where we're at.
No, we didn't.
We just kept it for us girls. Oops, baby.
Memories.
There's many more, but I think those are like the most PG-13 drunk stories we could tell you.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Gotta keep it classy, guys.
Which brings us
to
our
classy, McNasty. Classy,
McNasty.
Time for a McNasty question, because y'all nasty. Y'all kept it pretty clean this week. Thank you guys. There's still a lot of nosy Nellies out there where we're still not going to touch on some of the stuff y'all are trying to get us to touch on.
Yeah, no.
But you can keep trying. But we can still decide what we want to talk about and not want to talk about. And so to that, mind your business.
Yeah.
But this one we will say, because we have some doozies for you guys. But what's the question?
So weirdest sexual encounter.
Weirdest sexual encounter.
Do you want to start this one?
I have so many, but I don't know. You might think it's weird. I thought it was kind of cool. It's definitely different. I will just say it was a guy who liked to be like legitimately choked out, and like legit gave me a play-by-play of like what to expect. Like this is how you like had to teach me how to like use my forearm to like hit the right spot. Like this is how you're gonna close my windpipe, and this is what's gonna make me. This is what's gonna make me pass out. When I pass out, I'm gonna snort or grunt, and then like legit, I was like, okay, like mentally, like we were drunk, so like I was like, okay, I got this. We're gonna do it, and like literally play by play, check, and I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's do this. And so, like legit, when he went down, I was instructed to like just go ahead and hop on top. Like things would be working, and I was very confused by this because I was like, how would it like be working if like like you're passed out or whatever?
Yeah.
But I'm assuming like again, like just thinking back, I don't remember like watching. I was too busy in my head like, do not kill this dude.
Yeah.
Do what he said. Like check mark is what was going through my brain at this time. But I guess like the choking part is what like is the turn on or something. So I'm assuming as he was getting choked out, he was getting turned on. Yeah. So because I shit you not, once I was past the whole like focusing on like doing it right and listening for the noise and knowing like I didn't kill him. So he's just passed out. He made the noise. I looked down and boy oh boy was that thing like ready to rock and roll. So I was just like, okay, this is crazy.
You're
so
like, check.
Just went ahead and did the rest, and like he came to like middle, like I wouldn't say middle, but it was like a good 10 seconds or so, and like and then we just continued on, but I was just like
Mind blown. Oh my god! As the next morning, she was like,
my
"Girl."
Second, I got home. Like I was like,
you know what?
I have a crazy
do I
story.
got
And
a
she was
story
like,
for you.
She was like, that didn't happen. I was like, it did. Like,
This
can't make this shit up. Like it was crazy. So yeah. So thanks, Sky, for a very memorable moment many years ago.
That was a wild ride.
We still talk about it to this day.
Yeah, obvi.
That was a wild ride. I'm so glad I didn't kill you.
Yay!
I did it.
You did it. That mine seems pretty lame compared to yours. My weirdest one really was just like this guy that I was dating was just absolutely bonkers. And like we were at the house and like doing our thing and everywhere, and like just kind of like in the middle he would say like these crazy things and just like make up stories.
I know who you're talking about.
Make up stories about us like
It was cuckoo.
being together and how great and electric our connection and like all this stuff was, and I was like, I don't think so.
You're like, bro.
I don't know what you're on. So it was getting kind of weird, but I was like already there. So, and we're, already at the house. So I like, as soon as like the moment was right, I was just like, oh my God, I think my kids, I need you to get out of here. Just go. So like force them. Like, I was like, I want my kids to see you. So go out the window. I was like, just go call it Uber. And I made it like really frantic and like it had to happen now. And I was like, just got him the fuck out of there. Cause I was just like, I don't want this around me anymore. This is just getting too weird. And then I get him out. I get him out.
Her kids weren't there.
Yeah.
She literally just made him go out the window because he was weird.
Yeah. I was like, go. So he goes out and I can see him like sitting on the steps waiting on his little Uber. And I call Rosanna. I was like, see if you can look outside, because we're neighbors. So I was like, see if you can see if he's sitting outside. I pushed him out the window. I pushed him out the window and he's waiting outside for his Uber.
And we're cry laughing at this point because I was like, you made him climb out the window.
I was like, I wanted to make it like urgent. Like I just wanted him fucking gone. So he just like,
you played your part well.
Sat outside waiting on his Uber to leave, and I never saw him again.
Other than the conversation he has in her DMs.
By himself.
He is a nutcase.
Yeah.
Like, there's some crazy folk up in this. He was so damn attractive, though. Like,
yeah. But it's that scale, crazy to hot. That fucking crazy way. I'll take
yeah, because he was around for like a few weeks, and then all of a sudden it just took a
turn for the.
And I say a few weeks. He got to hang out with us a couple times. Here and there. But whew, oh man,
that was a dodged bullet.
God dang, that was hilarious. It's like, why did you make him go out the window?
I just needed it.
Needed to sell it.
Needed to seem extreme.
Sell it. You need to get out.
Yeah, out now.
Knowing him, he would have been like, let me make you some pancakes.
No.
Let me make you some eggs in a basket.
No.
He would have done some weird shit. Pancakes, yes. Eggs in a basket. Ow. I like that. She's not a fan
don't
of
like eggs. I don't know. I know.
So,
yeah. So that's my weird one.
So there you go, Mr. McNasties. I'm sure y'all wanted like some weird ass, gross ass stories.
I'm lame.
I mean, we're into just laughter.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah.
Like, please don't jizz in my eye because I'm just gonna get mad at you.
Yeah.
These lashes cost too much money. Anywho,
yeah. So cheers to that.
Cheers. I'm sure we'll have many, many more for 2024.
Yes.
So we'll make this a regular story time.
Yes. Story time with Jen and Ro.
It could be about dating, sexual experiences. You never know. We'll keep it fun, but you guys keep it spicy too. Kind of tell us what kind of stories do you want to hear?
Yeah,
because we probably got them for you.
Yeah, there's a lot in this little noggin, not just a hat holder. So that is a wrap.
That's it, guys.
For Oops Baby. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week.
All right, bye, guys. And it's going to be our last episode of 2023.
Yes,
So thank you so much for listening, for staying involved. And we have a really, really, really fun Christmas episode for you guys next week with our beautiful friend Heather Duke. I know you guys have been wanting to see her, so we're bringing her on, and she's going to join in on the fun, and we're going to be in costumes, so you don't want to miss it.
Yes. That's a wrap.
That's it.
See you next week.
Mwah.
Donna, 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 Donna.